so his nickname is Lens Cap, which he doesn't like. So, welcome aboard, Daniel. Take 2. And we're going to do, and then obviously you're going to go out in the Jag later as well. So yeah, have you driven the P300 before?
Yeah, pretty much everything apart from these.
Okay, so how do you compare the 2 Jags, the V8 with the straight 4?
Well, the straight 4s are all right. It's not, definitely doesn't have the punch of the V8, but the V8 feels a bit heavier, I think.
It's got 4-wheel drive as well,
Yeah.
so the P300 is definitely more nimble.
Yeah, it definitely is better.
So on the big straights, the V8 starts to get away, but for the rest of the lap, I think that would keep right up behind it. So I'm really surprised with that, because I thought the sweet spot would be a V6, but the inline 4 is a cracking bit of kit. And if you look at the Emira, they've got the V6 in that now, but the fast one, the silly one, is going to have an inline 4 AMG engine.
Yeah.
And I still think I prefer the V6 because I like the noise of it. But you can see how there's a good potential now with these smaller capacity engines with turbos in them.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of power, a lot of performance out of the car.
It's amazing what you can do with a 2-litre now.
Yeah, well, I don't know how long they're going to last though, that's the thing. I mean, that'll last 100 years, the engine in the V8. Actually, it probably won't, but that's working a lot harder.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, this is a 4-cylinder inline engine with 300 plus horsepower.
Wow.
So is that.
Yeah.
This is a shopping car, and obviously that's a sporty GT, but why not? Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, let's get the car started. So for this one, push the RS button, and that's just the car in sport. You hear the noise has changed. So the traction and stability is still on, but they should be relaxed a little bit. Okay. So now, if we don't have any squeaking, it's because you're driving it well. Right. Because the car's helping less, you might find probably not the ABS, but the rest of it a little less assistance. Okay. So the car's starting to make noises because it was bailing you out before, now it's not bailing you out quite so much.
So I have to be a bit more careful with it now.
Maybe not. I mean, your driving was good anyway, so maybe not. But if you were being a little bit clumsy, it will start to show up now. Right. Because the car's going to give you less assistance. Oh, okay. But you'll find the car's just a bit more lively. If you're going to do it auto, it'd hold the gears for longer. Because you're going to do it in manual, that's still under your control. But you can hear it changing the engine note already. Yeah. The power delivery is going to be a bit more feisty. I like it in the sport. It's a lot of fun. So if you're good to go, let's head on out. So we'll work on that, trying to design a different shape for your braking. So there you go. That's it, M1, there you go. Different shape for your braking. So we'll do one as a reference, do the same old thing. Then in lap 2 we'll hit them harder and try and shorten the amount of space you need. Okay. And then lap 3 we'll try and wait later and do the same work in the later. Good to go, all yours. So you can hear that bubbling on the exhaust now. It's got, I mean, you had a big grin anyway, but it's got bigger wheels on it. On the hot hatches, I think this is my favourite. I prefer this to the Focus. So big effort on the brakes. Then get third gear, that's it. And pull it in. See, I think the car moves a little bit more. So I think the stability part of the so with my other guest, he's tried 2 different cars. One's manual, one's paddles. Right. So that's an early fade in. You can see it starting to push you out to the right. Yeah. But if you keep the throttle on, the diff will bring it in. But now you've made much more of a corner here than we had before. But like you started braking for the last corner, it's kind of a hybrid between the quality line and the defender line. Red cone, give it a stab, off, turn it, balance the car on the throttle, lean it tiny, wait still had some steering on. Right. Previously, the stability would have dialed a bit of that out because we relaxed the car, it's moving a bit more. But it's fun to feel it move, and it's not a problem. You need to have at least one end of the car planted. In a front-wheel drive car, it's better if it's the front. So the back wagging its tail a bit is fine. That's a better line here. Lower plate's better here. So the speed's about the same, but the car's more stable, and you're on the power sooner now for the next bit. So visualize that red cone. Now you can see it. Brake towards it. Get the right gear. Balance the car with the throttle. Start to go. Glorious. That's really good. 103. That's pretty quick, you know. But you're very smooth. It's really nice. So this, if you're going to go for your blending style, try and brake a little bit later. Now go. Down the gears. 1, 2 and 3 and fade in. That's it. So you've still got some scope for squeezing a bit of braking through the corner there. You see how much we sort of hold him in towards us. Stay right on his tail. So he's braking because he's got no confidence. And we're going to plan to pass right, but let him decide which way he's going to go. Yeah, he's going left. Wait, go to the right hand side of him and away you go. Up to 5th gear here, so you're back in that gear. And you're clear behind. Go with the brakes now. Down the gears 1 and 2. And off the brakes. Balance it up. Open the steer a tiny bit. That's it. So that's good. That's you taking quite a bit of space out of the braking zone there. And so do you think the car feels a bit more that slightly, you know the idea of slowing and fast out? So at church we were fast in and fast out.
Right.
But when you waited another metre, then another half a metre after that, see how much more planted the car was, and the result was we were 3 miles an hour, then another 4 miles an hour quicker on the last 3 laps.
It's amazing how much difference it makes.
Well, it's a small gain, but 3 miles an hour there represents a half a second by the time we get to the top of the hill.
That's quite a lot.
So that could be, well, maybe not a half second, but it's, on the stopwatch it would start to show up quite a difference. So by being a bit more patient and turning the car in just a little bit later, you've either got a bit more stability or you can get on the gas more. And I think what we had was a combination of both of them.
Right.
So you want to, we'll park it up there.
Okay.
I'm going to find the other guy and we'll stick helmets on. I'll do a quick lap for the other guy in the green car if we can get hold of it. Or maybe I'll just do them both in this car.
Presumably it's faster, isn't it?
I think it's lighter. It's got a little bit more horsepower. There's something about it. I mean, I don't know if you could notice it, but I really feel that rear wheel steering in this.